Seek help and the stigma. On the news this evening, Rivers Council workers suspend strike after Governor Fubara's intervention. Rescheduled meeting between Pengasen and Dangote Refinery ongoing at National Security Advisor's office. Conflict resolution expert calls for dialogue between Governor Fubara and FCT ministers' camps. President Tinubu orders probe into death of broadcast journalists in Abuja. On the foreign scene, President Trump gives Hamas peace plan deadline as Israel opposes Palestinian statehood. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Of the 7-day warning strike, which started today, Tuesday, over the non-payment of salaries of some workers, the president of Nolge in the state, Clifford Paul, announced this after a closed-door meeting with the River State Governor, Simenelai Fubara, today at the Government House in Port Harcourt.
Very special, we thank the governor of Rivers State for his intervention. The governor has issued very clear directives, and we are all on the same page. He has further directed that the council and the local government service commission should take it further. We will come out very soon with all that we have agreed. Also to thank the chairman of Nolge for appealing to his workers to call off the strike. We'll move forward. It's nothing personal. We just want to ensure transparency in the system and want to commend the governor for being on the side of transparency.
The chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, who attended the closed-door meeting, thanked the governor for initiating the meeting.
He has directed that this matter will be handled harmoniously. So on behalf of the State Administrative Council of Norway, I'm enjoining each and every one of all the branch chairmen and the state officers are hereby requested to call off the strike.
The chairman of the River State Local Government Service Commission, Israel Amadi, described the meeting with the governor as very fruitful.
We had a fruitful deliberation concerning the pending strike action with His Excellency. I think it was very fruitful. His Excellency has given his mandate, and we wish to use the opportunity to thank him for intervening. And we hope that everything that we have discussed, resolved, will be implemented. I also thank the Nolge for their collaboration and cooperation.
Yesterday, the president of Nolge in River State, Clifford Paul, said the warning strike was a protest against what he called the refusal of Emoha Council Chairman Chidi Lloyd to pay some staff who were reinstated by Governor Simenelai Fubara by the federal government to settle it.
We only know that of Nupeng, which has been on for some time now. But as for Pengasen, we've not received any court order for us to not embark on strike. And for the court order you're talking about, I think it's just on air. We've not seen anyone and we've not received anyone. We've not been served. If you've not received any service now, it means nobody has litigated you. So
he explained that the reasons why federal government's intervention is necessary.
and we are trying to reconcile our differences, and we are meeting again today. Pengasin is strong. Dangote is a strong man. So I know that federal government wouldn't allow these two entities to start fighting, because it's not going to be for the benefit of the nation. So they must look for a way, and we will look for a way together to resolve the issue, because it's going to be huge.
The Pengasin spokesperson also dismissed insinuation that their action is meant to crumble the economy.
Pengasin, we wouldn't want to see us as people that are, doing something to harm the nation. So that's why we want an amicable solution to this. And again, too, you wouldn't want to shove Dangote Group aside, because they've done something for this country as regards to economy. And if anything happens to Dangote too, it will affect the country.
In the meantime, some residents of Rivers State have faulted Pengasin's decision to go on strike over the sack of 800 workers by Dangote. Speaking with our correspondents, the respondents said the strike would disrupt transportation and businesses and urged both parties to resolve the situation. They also appealed to the Nigeria Labour Congress not to join the strike. Meanwhile, the reconciliation meeting between Dangote Refinery and the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan, is now ongoing at the office of the National Security Advisor, NSA. The meeting, which is being held behind closed doors, is aimed at resolving the lingering industrial dispute between Pengasan and Dangote Refinery. And moving on to politics, a policy analyst, Jide Ojo, has warned that as a treasure base of the nation, the federal government will not fold its arms and watch Rivers State slip back into another round of political crisis. Ms. Ojo said this to our correspondent while reacting to the absence of key political figures at Sunday's interdenominational Thanksgiving service organized by the Rivers State government to mark Nigeria's 65th independence. He said the recent negative story coming out from the two political groups in Rivers State is a bad omen.
You must understand that Rivers is very dear to the country. It is the treasure base of Nigeria. Do you get? You cannot toy with the disruption of peace in Rivers. And that's why the federal government should watch what is going on in that state very closely.
He also advocated for further mediation to ensure lasting peace in the state. Also, a lawyer and conflict resolution specialist in Damzi Ekulo wants Governor Siminala Ifubara to convene a stakeholders meeting between his supporters and those of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, to strengthen their relationship. Ekulo made the call in an interview with correspondent correspondent Emeka Otoka. He said although the governor and the FCT minister are said to have reconciled, their supporters are yet to embrace the peace.
Rivers people deserve more than this drama, we must say. What we are seeing is an act of pretense and a fragile stage play by both camps. And it's a time, I think, the governor needs to call a meeting of all and sundry in the state and admonish all and encourage all to move forward despite what has really fractured their relationship in the past. They should all know that Rivers people voted them all to deliver on good governance and also social amenities to the people.
And still on politics, but at the national level, a Lagos-based political analyst, Libros Oshoma, says the recent comment by the president on the rumored presidential ambition of former President Goodluck Jonathan shows that the presidency is worried. Mr. Oshoma said this in an interview with correspondent Soibi Oruwari.
The fact that the spokesperson of the president is responding so timelessly to President Jonathan, even though the man had not even thrown his hat in the ring, shows signs that the presidency also feels strongly the adjutory that if Jonathan throws himself in the ring, he might spoil a lot of things for them. All out of joblessness is making Bayo Onanuga so an unofficial statement. So it wasn't Jonathan that made the statement, it was from Jerry Ghana.
He, however, advised former President Jonathan not to take seriously those asking him to contest the 2027 general elections.
I am not a fan of Jonathan coming to contest in 2015 as TDS. They are all remote. As another statesman that is now respected across Africa, I think that is integrity and dignity that he's been able to acquire, having left office. He should maintain it intact. I also think that Jonathan also has acquired a position now. It does not matter how many years you rule.
Still to come, President Tinubu orders probe into death of broadcast journalist Abuja. Stay tuned. A chief in Omo Ehueche, Alu, Olunta Chukuma, is raising alarm over what he described as increasing land grabbing in the area. In an interview with our correspondent, Chief Chukuma alleged that an unnamed person who he calls a land grabber, backed by police officers and thugs, tried to assassinate him and take over his land. Ohiamini Elem, he claimed they stormed the property over the weekend, threatened violence, and even forged legal documents to assert ownership.
I'm here to put it to the public that one notorious land grabber, they have their cartel in this state, went to a land with police to dig by 30 of land, purporting that he had agreement with me. I wonder, he's not my blood brother, and he's not from the same community with me, neither the same local government. When I intercepted, he bragged that he has a police. I am putting it direct to the public. If anything happened to me, my wife is there to tell the police and to tell the government of Rivers State and Nigeria who killed me.
The chief warned that if the situation continues, he may have to publicly name the person behind the attacks. He urged Commissioner of Police Olugbenga Adepoju to stop officers from being used to support land grabbing.
I am using this opportunity to appeal to the Commissioner of Police Rivers State. Please stop, educate your men, educate the various area commanders to stop sending police to these people, because they are killing the image of Nigerian police. They use them to carry out these nefarious activities. Again, another thing they do, they run to court. They give them some money. They obtain concocted court order. I say, have court order, don't enter. That is what they have been doing.
Chief Chukuma also called on the Rivers State government to intervene quickly to participate further.
Any stranger, he's not my blood brother, neither is he my son. And for government to bad name.
The Rivers State Ministry of Justice has taken over the prosecution of two men accused of killing Shumet area. Crime suspects allegedly used a kitchen knife to kill the minors, were of the same parents, before extracting that. When the matter came up, the trial judge, Justice Rita Ogugwa, take the charges or the suspect's plea due to the absence of October 16 for plea and commencement of trial. A state high court in Port Harcourt has summoned the officer in charge of legal at the Rivers State Police Command, CSP Stephen Onwuche, to appear before it on October 7, 2025. The court wants CSP Onwuche to explain why the police have not released items seized from suspects standing trial over the murder of late Inspector Christiana Erekere. Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that when the matter was called up in today's sitting for the lawyers to adopt their final addresses, one of the defense lawyers told the court that the police have yet to comply with an earlier order directing the release of the exhibits belonging to the suspects. The trial judge, Justice Augusta Kingsley Chukwu, questioned the lead prosecution counsel, ASP Celestine Dixon, on why the order has not been carried out. ASP Dixon explained to the court efforts made to ensure compliance. Justice Kingsley Chukwu thereafter adjourned the matter. The Rivers State Ministry of Education says the results for the 2025 Basic Education BECE have been released. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry directed all heads of public and private schools also on remis.rivers.ng. The statement said the Ministry of Education will notify schools on the date of issuance of hard copy certificates, which will be given to both public and private schools at no cost. It also said the receipt examination for candidates that failed English and mathematics is slated to hold on Saturday, the 18th of October, 2025, in their various schools. President Bola Tinubu has ordered a probe into the death of Somtochukwu Maduagu, a broadcast journalist with Arise Television. In a statement issued on Tuesday by his Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, news of Maduagu's passing with deep. Maduagu died on Sunday in an armed robbery at her residence in the Castro. On the international scene, President Donald Trump says his Gaza deal is an amazing thing, sets a 3 to 4 day deadline for respond. The U.S. president says it's going to be a very sad end if Hamas rejects the deal. He described the and the creation of an international board of that also includes credible pathway of determination and statehood. If certain conditions are met, in the meantime, Qatar's foreign ministry says Hamas is supposed to respond. Minister Netanyahu insists Israel will forcibly resist the idea of a Palestinian statehood. And that's the news, but here are the headlines once again before we go. You heard that the Rivers Council workers have suspended their 7-day warning strike after the intervention of Governor Fubara. We told you the rescheduled meeting between Pengassan and Dangote Refinery is now ongoing at the office of the National Security Advisor. A conflict resolution expert in Damzi Akulo called for dialogue between Governor Fubara and FCT ministers' camps. President Bola Tinubu ordered a probe into the death of broadcast journalist Somtochukwu Maduagu in Abuja. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has given Hamas peace deal deadline as Israel opposes Palestinian statehood. The news was edited by Onyekachi Nwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.